Welcome back to The Rundown. I'm Andrew Alexander with your movie news update. Taking control of the top box office spot this weekend is the action thriller Taken. Raking in just under $25 million, Taken stars Liam Neeson as Brian Mills, a former government agent who comes out of retirement to rescue his daughter when she's kidnapped by sex traffickers in Paris. Searching every corner of the City of Lights, Mills will do whatever it takes to save his daughter.
James is Paul Blart.
Coming in second at the box office this week is the slapstick comedy Paul Blart Mall Cop. Mall Cop stars Kevin James as Paul Blart, a mall security guard who takes his job way too seriously. But when Santa's helpers lock down the mall and begin taking hostages, it's up to Blart to become a real cop and save the day. Rounding out the box office top 5 are The Uninvited, Hotel for Dogs, and Gran Torino. Now let's take a look at what's heading to theaters this weekend. Bumbling into theaters this week is the family comedy The Pink Panther 2. In the sequel, Steve Martin reprises his role as the incompetent police officer, Inspector Clouseau. When the priceless Pink Panther diamond is stolen, the chief inspector is forced to assign Inspector Clouseau to a team of detectives charged with catching the thief and retrieving the artifact. Also in theaters this week is the animated film Coraline. Dakota Fanning voices the title character Coraline Jones, a curious 11-year-old girl who's looking for adventure after moving to a seemingly boring Oregon town. Coraline soon discovers a secret door in her house that offers her an alternate version of her life. You can also go see the romantic comedy She's Just Not That Into You. The all-star ensemble cast includes Ben Affleck, Drew Barrymore, and Scarlett Johansson as a group of Baltimore 20 and 30-somethings trying to navigate through their various relationships. Also in theaters this weekend is my pick of the week, the sci-fi thriller Push. The film stars Dakota Fanning and Chris Evans as psychic warriors being hunted down by a secret government agency known as the Division. When a psychic girl who has the power to take down the Division is discovered in Hong Kong, it's up to the clairvoyant pair to find and recruit her before it's too late. Also opening in select theaters this weekend is the sci-fi suspense flick The Objective, the comedy Fanboys, and the foreign action film Chocolate. Now it's time to head out to City Place with our man-on-the-street reporter, Tamara Johnson, to see what people are saying about the horror flick The Uninvited.
Hi, I'm Tamara Johnson, here for the Rundown for Tiger TV News. We're here at the City Place 11 movie theater to see what all the people thought of The Uninvited. How'd you like The Uninvited? Was it a good movie?
Actually, I thought it was pretty good. It was more theological than it was anything else because it actually made you think.
In the beginning, it had us thinking about one thing, but towards the end, it was like a completely different thing.
You couldn't really understand what was going on because she'll wake up and she'll go to sleep, but then it's like the book is like it's connected to the book or something.
It just looked different from all the other movies. I like scary movies, so it just seems to fit the mold for me.
Would you recommend it to anybody else, or would you see it again?
I see it again.
All in all, The Uninvited got a few mixed reviews here tonight at City Place 11. To find out for yourself, head to the nearest big screen in your city.
Thanks, Tamara. Well, that's a wrap for your movie news. We now take it over to Josh with your latest look at music.
Thanks, Andrew. Coming up, which artists are topping the charts? Plus, we'll look at what new albums are hitting the shelves this week. That and more music news? Stay tuned. You're watching The Rundown. Welcome back to The Rundown. I'm Joshua Johnson with your latest music news. It looks as if Taylor Swift is fighting to catch up this week. After 8 consecutive weeks at the top of the album chart, Swift is runner-up to Bruce Springsteen's new album Working on a Dream, which is set to take the #1 spot this week. Springsteen's Super Bowl performance may have had some influence on his rise in sales. And Scottish rock band Franz Ferdinand is also looking to debut in the top 10 with their LP Tonight. Well, just when things are starting to shape up for a redefined Britney Spears, she seems to be going through a circus of her own. According to TMZ, Spears has threatened to cancel her upcoming tour because of the custody battles between her ex-husband, Kevin Federline. The lawyers denied an agreement that she would take the couple's 2 sons on the road with her. Britney would have 3 home bases while on tour and would pay K-Fed more than $4,000 a week for each week of the tour. They also reported that Spears and her father have been privately working on a plan to let the singer's children travel with her. Now, Spears has a nearly 50-50 custody agreement with Federline, but her tour could be in jeopardy because of this. While there might not be a Danity Kane, former group member Dawn Richard is currently hard at work for Diddy and Bad Boy Entertainment. Until she scores her own studio time, Richards has been working on songs for Cassie. According to MTV News, Richards says she can't disclose too much about the project. She adds that she's very impressed with Cassie's new sound. We'll now switch it over and take a look at what albums are hitting the shelves this week. Grammy Award nominated The Fray releases his sophomore self-titled LP. The album comes 3 years after their multi-platinum How to Save a Life. The latest single, You Found Me, is currently storming up the charts. Also in stores is American country artist Winona Judd's first studio release in 6 years called Sing, Chapter 1. And American rock band Red Jumpsuit Apparatus releases their third album, Lonely Road. This is the follow-up to 2006's Don't You Fake It, which spawned the chart-topping hit, Face Down. And if you just can't get enough of this band, you can catch Red Jumpsuit tonight at the Varsity Theater. Doors open at 7 p.m. You can also check out the Funky Regulars Thursday night at the Catery. Topaz hits the stage Friday at Spanish Moon, and the Benji Davis Project with Pat McGee and Ernie Halter Saturday at the Howlin' Wolf. Well, with the 51st Grammy Awards right around the corner, February 8th to be exact, I decided to give my predictions for winners in the top 4 general categories. There are some amazing nominees this year. Now for the first category, Record of the Year, the nominees are Adele with Chasing Pavements, Coldplay with Viva La Vida, Leona Lewis's Bleeding Love, and MIA's Paper Planes. Also Robert Plant and Alison Krauss's Please Read the Letter. Now although I love Coldplay, I'm gonna have to give this one to Plant and Cross simply because the Grammys love bluegrass and country. But who knows, maybe I'm wrong, we'll see. Next up, Album of the Year, I think Coldplay might take this one home too. Sorry Lil Wayne, maybe next time. I also give Song of the Year to Coldplay. Viva La Vida is without a doubt an amazing track in my opinion. And the Best New Artist, although all of these are great nominees, I'll have to give this one to Duffy. Now to check out a complete listing of all of these nominees, visit www.grammy.com. Once again, the Grammys air Sunday, February 8th at 8 p.m. on CBS. Well, that's all for your look at music. We'll now take it to Rachel with Fashion and Gadgets.
Thanks, Josh. Coming up, see how you can clean out your closet for a good cause. Also, we'll take a look at the thing President Obama is not willing to give up despite his move into the Oval Office. That and more when we return. Stick around, you're watching The Rundown.